Heather Louise Parker, and I'm part of Legal Shield's account team.
I'm pleased to welcome you to this presentation of Legal Shield's employee program, and I hope you find this brief information valuable.
Whether you live in Alabama, California, or the Marshall Islands, I know what important work you're doing. And I've actually had the opportunity to visit Quaj myself, and I know what a special place that is to live. Legal Shield is a unique benefit in that it covers your entire family under one plan. It's also unique in that we want you to utilize it often, so you don't need to wait until you have a car accident or an illness or some other serious matter. Instead, it's there for you to use right away for all matters from the trivial to the traumatic. In a moment, you'll see that we have two different types of coverage, identity theft and legal protection, and you'll be able to elect either one part of the plan or both of them together. You'll also see that we have different areas of coverage under our legal plan, but you can rest assured that all of your legal needs will fit under at least one area of the plan, and that includes your pre-existing situations. Now, if you live in the Marshall Islands, you may be wondering, how does this apply to me? Well, do you have a family member who lives in the States, maybe a spouse or maybe a child, even a college student? Or do you own property or rent in the United States? Do you ever drive in the States or purchase products in the States? Or perhaps you need to get your will updated. And of course, identity theft can happen to anybody, anywhere, anytime. So no matter where you live, you'll find great benefit in what Legal Shield has to offer. Let's start with a short overview, and then I'll show you how to get signed up.
Hello from Legal Shield. Your employer recently partnered with Legal Shield to offer you a top-of-the-line legal protection plan. But first things first, what is legal protection and why should you want it? Quite simply, a legal protection plan gives you access to an attorney for a low monthly fee. Attorneys are, well, expensive. We're talking $250 an hour expensive. But with a legal protection plan, you could spend a little less than that for an entire year of access to an experienced attorney whenever you need one. So $250 for 1 hour with an attorney, or the peace of mind that you'll have attorney access whenever you need it. That's a pretty easy choice. If you've used an attorney recently, this probably all sounds great. If not, you may be wondering, why would I even need an attorney? It turns out that attorneys can help you with all kinds of things you may not have even realized. Things ranging from traffic tickets to assistance with IRS audits, from helping you with your will to going over contracts. Whatever situation you're facing, an attorney can help you make the best decision for your family and your future while ensuring you know your full legal rights. And that's always a good thing. So, legal protection is a smart choice. Now, why choose Legal Shield? For starters, Legal Shield has been in business for 40 years, and right now over 1.4 million families trust Legal Shield as their legal protection provider. Legal Shield has partnered with a dedicated full-service law firm in your state, which means two things. One, you'll never have to figure out which attorney to use, since we've already done the legwork. And two, you'll always get an experienced attorney from your state dedicated to helping you, all of which means you'll enjoy access to an attorney when you need it, and even 24/7 access for emergencies. Just pick up the phone and you'll be connected with an attorney experienced in the specific issue you want to talk about. So, what can our attorneys help you with? They can give you advice on what to do in a legal situation. They can write letters or make phone calls on your behalf when necessary, review personal contracts and documents up to 10 pages in length. And the minute you become a Legal Shield member, you're covered with 60 hours of trial and trial prep time over the next year, with an additional 60 hours added each year for the first 5 years. This means that if you or your spouse is named defendant or respondent in a trial, you'll have the peace of mind that a prepared attorney is on your side. As a member, you'll also enjoy access to over 100 online legal forms, all downloadable for you to fill in and review with your attorney, including documents to help you prepare living wills at no additional cost. In review, legal protection is good, and Legal Shield is the best. Now let's talk about your specific plan. Through our partnership with your employer, you can enroll with Legal Shield for just $15.95 a month. Your membership includes help with moving violations, IRS audits, real estate, family law, consumer law, estate planning. In fact, we give professional advice on all matters from the trivial to the traumatic. Your specific plan doesn't just cover you, it also covers family members, including your spouse or significant other, children up to 21 living at home, children up to 18 for whom you are legal guardian, children up to 23 who are full-time college students, and any physically or mentally disabled child for life. We're also proud to offer top-of-the-line identity theft protection with Legal Shield Identity Theft Premium. Identity theft affects millions of Americans each year. That's why Legal Shield Identity Theft Premium provides you with the information and expertise to protect your identity and resolve issues related to identity theft. Legal Shield Identity Theft Premium offers powerful, proactive monitoring of your credit information, so you'll rest assured that your identity is always being protected. Stay covered with benefits like triple bureau credit monitoring, with constant monitoring of your Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax credit files on a secure website, as well as email alerts about any activity on your credit file. Web Watcher with daily monitoring for unauthorized use of your Social Security number, credit and debit card numbers, and other personal information across the internet. And Public Persona with monthly monitoring of any changes involving your Social Security number or address history associated with your identity. In addition, you'll always have secure web access to your credit report and a detailed analysis of your personal credit score. The plan also offers several premium benefits on request, like lost wallet assistance, to help you cancel and replace cards and IDs, place temporary fraud alerts, and more in the event your wallet or purse is ever lost or stolen. Social Security number skip trace, a search that detects potential fraud by searching your Social Security number in over 34 billion current public records, and even a sex offender search to see if your address has been used by a registered sex offender. In the unfortunate event that you are ever the victim of identity theft, we've partnered with Kroll Advisory Solutions, an industry leader in security and risk mitigation, to provide a comprehensive restoration of your identity to what it was before the breach occurred. Dedicated licensed investigators at Kroll Advisory will perform comprehensive restoration services such as sending fraud alerts to all 3 national credit repositories, correcting identity theft issues with affected banks, credit card companies, law enforcement agencies, and other institutions, and working for as long as it takes to restore your identity. Legal Shield Identity Theft Premium also allows you to contact Kroll advisors as often as you like to speak about anything related to identity theft, ensuring you'll always have an identity theft expert on your side. You can purchase this coverage for only $24.95 a month. Coverage includes you and your spouse with special Safeguard for Minors protection for up to 8 dependents under the age of 18 for an additional $1 more per month. When you get legal protection for your family, you can add the Identity Theft Premium plan for just $19.95 per month. Do the math and choose to give your family access to these legal and identity services today for a total of only $35.90 a month. Only with Legal Shield. Worry less, live more.
Now I have a couple important points for those of you living in the Marshall Islands. First, Legal Shield covers matters in the continental U.S. and Hawaii. Therefore, it is not intended to cover any matters arising in the islands nor any matters with your employer. Second, Legal Shield requires a stateside address for your enrollment. This means that although you're working in the Marshall Islands, you can use a residence mailing address where your family member or even a friend lives in the States and have them forward your membership materials to you at your APO address. That's very important. Finally, please note that there are a few variations in coverage or pricing by state, so if your home address is Alaska, New York, Washington, or Hawaii, please be sure to contact either your benefit representative or me for those details. If you already have a plan in place to help you monitor your credit, that's terrific. Identity theft is the #1 consumer complaint for the last 13 years, according to the Federal Trade Commission. However, there are a couple of things that make our coverage unique. The video mentions Kroll. Well, Kroll provides the background checks for the FBI, the CIA, and the Secret Service, so you're in great hands. Then our identity theft plans cover both you, the employee, and your spouse or significant other, as well as any children under age 18 when you add Safeguard for Minors. Identity theft of minors is one of the fastest growing types of identity theft because it's often not noticed for years until your child is ready to go to college, and sometimes they suddenly can't obtain grants, scholarships, or even credit due to previously unknown issues. As you saw in the video, you'll receive a full credit report, your credit score with analysis, ongoing 24/7 credit monitoring, as well as access to experts for any questions about credit or debt. To me, though, one of the best parts of the plan is that if you are ever the victim of identity theft, you'll have your own licensed private investigator who will work directly with you to restore your identity to what it was. That is, with you, for you, or as you. It's really a lifesaver. All of this is included in the standard identity theft plan, but if you would like the additional monitoring as shown in the video, then choose the identity theft premium for about $10 more a month. Let's touch base on a few special points about the legal coverage. Consultations. Okay, have you ever wondered what your rights were, or maybe you just had some concern or anxiety about how to handle a certain situation? You might even have thought of talking to an attorney, but you probably didn't want to pay hundreds of dollars to find out the answer, especially if it didn't involve a lot of money. Well, now you can talk to a top attorney about anything, trivial or traumatic. Legal Shield has an excellent primary provider law firm in every state, plus thousands of referral attorneys. You simply call your law firm, give a short synopsis of your matter, and the appropriate type of attorney will call you back, typically within 8 business hours. However, when you call in, please mention that you're temporarily stationed offshore, and please do allow for your time zone. In 2011, we took over 2.1 million calls for our members across the nation. That's 40,000 calls to attorneys every week. And we collected or saved over $21 million for our members at no additional membership cost. Okay, moving traffic violation. If you or a covered family member receive a moving traffic violation, you'll fax or email that citation into your law firm and they will file representation for you in that jurisdiction where the ticket occurred. So, and this is important, this coverage, like all of our coverage, is in every state, and that means that no matter where the ticket occurred, you can have representation. Our attorneys understand the law and they know how to talk to the judges, and because of that, you can have a much better outcome than when you try to Google advice or struggle through the system alone. Actually, one of my members just phoned this month to say that he received a full refund of a red light photo ticket that he had already paid, and he received the $450 refund after working with his Legal Shield attorneys. Pretty cool. There's also no limit for the number of tickets, so this is really excellent coverage for those of you who have teenage drivers or if you drive like one yourself. In addition, tragic accident representation. God forbid that any of us is ever in an accident where there's a fatality, but as long as there are no drugs or alcohol involved, Legal Shield will cover all of the representation costs, win, lose, or draw. This covers a gap that exists in all auto insurance policies across the nation. Because today, when there's an accident with a fatality, it is very common for there to be some type of criminal charge filed, from vehicular manslaughter to negligent homicide. And it's really important to know that you'll have representation with our tragic accident coverage. Again, this does not apply to DUIs. Trial defense, this was covered in the video, but again, it's one of the best ways to protect yourself from frivolous lawsuits, as we all live in the Sue SA. IRS audit defense. When you become a member in 2014, you get IRS audit protection for your tax return due that year, so that's covering 2013 income. And then our 25% discount. This is additional coverage for more complex situations, such as when you might need to be in a courtroom with a judge, for bankruptcy, divorce, DUI, foreclosure, etc. You'll get a 25% member discount off of the attorney's regular rate. Finally, one of our most important benefits is our comprehensive will. One of the worst financial decisions we can ever make is to die without a will. Wills are very expensive, prices can vary across the country, but say $500 to $1,500. With this benefit, you are provided with a comprehensive will package, and your spouse or significant other or even your dependents can also receive one as well for a nominal $20 fee. The will questionnaire is included in your membership kit that will be mailed to your stateside address, and you'll also be able to complete your living will and healthcare power of attorney. Those are really important documents that set out your specific desires in case you are ever unable to make medical decisions for yourself. This is so important, not only for you, but if you have children over the age of 18, because at that point, again, they are legally adults and you want to be able to act on their behalf if they are not able to make medical decisions for themselves. So have your children over 18 complete their estate planning documents as part of college prep kit. As soon as your membership is active, you'll be able to log in online to your membership account and access additional free legal forms and resources, including the will questionnaire. And don't forget, you can update your will every year for free as needed with your Legal Shield attorney. That's if you marry or divorce, have a child, or move, any big life event. And that is great value. Free updates every year. Getting your will done is really like writing the most important love letter to your family, especially if you have children, but even if you don't. So get it done. Okay, enrollment. Your Legal Shield benefit is effective January 1st, 2014. The only benefit that is not immediately effective is the moving traffic violation, and that takes effect back after 15 additional days. So drive carefully for the first 2 weeks, even if you're on a bicycle. And you'll have the option to choose either the legal plan or one of the identity theft plans alone, or a combo plan, which is what I have myself. And if you have minor children, again, be sure to add Safeguard for Minors. If you have any questions about coverage or you need additional information for Washington, Alaska, New York, or Hawaii, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Truly, the peace of mind that comes with Legal Shield is really exceptional, and I look forward to welcoming you as a member.